Do you want an A star in A-level chemistry? If the answer to that question is yes, then you need to watch this video. Here is everything you need to know about catalysts. Let's go. So from our GCSE knowledge, we know that a catalyst is simply a substance that speeds up the rate of reaction without being used up in the reaction. It gives an alternative reaction pathway with a lower activation energy. Okay, in A-level, the only thing that distinguishes it is the fact that you learn about two further subcategories of catalysts, which are homogeneous and heterogeneous. Homogeneous catalysts are when the reactant is in the same state as the catalyst, and heterogeneous catalysts are when the reactant is in a different state to the catalyst. Okay, let's go through heterogeneous catalysts. Okay, so basically you've got two examples. You've got iron in the Haber process. So Haber process, all the reactants are gases, and iron is solid. So you've got 1 mole of nitrogen reacting with 3 moles of hydrogen to form 2 moles of ammonia. You've also got the contact process. You've got vanadium oxide catalyst. Okay, V2O5 reacts with SO2, and you're forming SO3 in the catalyst in the contact process. So you form SO3 and V2O4. V2O4 then reacts with half O2 to reform the V2O5. How do heterogeneous catalysts work? They've got active sites. The reactants adsorb to the active site. The reactant bonds weaken, the product bonds form, and then the products desorb. It's fundamental that you use the right use of terminology, okay? The only issue with heterogeneous catalysts is that impurities form sometimes, and the impurities can poison the catalyst by blocking the active site. And obviously if the active site is blocked, then the reactants can no longer adsorb, the products can no longer desorb, and the reaction can't be catalyzed. Okay, what about homogeneous catalysts? Homogeneous catalyst is when the reactant is in the same state as the catalyst. Okay, you need to know about the reaction between peroxide disulfate ions and iodide ions, okay? This reaction has a very high activation energy because the two negatively charged ions repel each other. Okay, so S2082- reacts with 2Fe2+ to form 2Fe3+ and 2SO42-. The 2Fe3+ that was formed from the first step then reacts with 2I- to form I2 and 2Fe2+. So you can see that the Fe2+ is regenerated. Now, the final bit. You're nearly at the end. Come on, keep pushing. Right, now all you need to know about is autocatalysis. This is a form of homogeneous catalyst. This is a form of catalyst in which essentially the product catalyzes the reaction. In this case, you've got Mn2+. What am I on about? Well, you need to know about the reaction between permanganate ions and C2O42-, which is also known as ethane diorate ions. So 2MnO4- plus 16H forms plus 5C2O42- forms 2Mn2+ plus 8H2O plus 10CO2. Okay, now this Mn2+ that is formed then reacts with MnO4- and H+ to form 5Mn3+ and 4H2O, and then the 2Mn3+ that's then formed reacts with C2O42- to form 2Mn2+ and 2CO2, and that is everything you need to know.